Tammy here for An Accidental Life, and I have a package that I got in the mail today, and I think this is a mug that I got from Teespring. So let's see what's inside. I've been shooting all kinds of videos today, so you'll see this outfit next month again, but and then with a sweater on that I did outside maybe later this month. We'll see on that one. But I'm doing a couple of different vlogs that actually might fit into other categories in my list. And on my channel, I have now playlists, so I've organized it a bit, and will periodically be putting my most current videos on playlists. Now, let's see. Maybe I need to do something else here, like as in, I don't know, it's not opening here, and I don't want to break it. So I'm going to have to stop this for a second. And with the miracle of video, I'm back after several minutes, and also one false attempt. And I am going to open up my box, pretending I did it because I actually did do this. And out will come my Dark Matters mug, which is gorgeous. It has a jackalope on it in purple, and it is black. It's so beautiful. I just love it. And Dark Matters was or is a channel that's a woman named Cayleigh Elise has been doing YouTube videos on, but she's leaving YouTube shortly. She has a couple more installments, and I used to support her on Patreon, but she closed her Patreon account at the end of March. And she studies unsolved mysteries and disappearances. At least that's what she did. But she's a relatively young person. She just got married, and she's been doing this for a number of years, and that dark content was getting to her. And she just needed a change, so she's leaving YouTube for a part-time job she had initially started to think it would be, and she's probably starting shortly. She has 2 more videos that she's promised to put up that she's been studying, but she's just very thorough in her research. And she suggested a couple of other channels to try. And one of them that I tried was the West Virginia Mysteries or something like that, and that is a very good channel. The fellow does a lot of videos that are like Dark Matters videos, but they're more like the Unsolved Mystery videos, or mystery program where it's got a host. It almost seems like it might have been a local television program, but maybe it's just YouTube. I'm not really sure, but it's really kind of slick how it is done. There are 2 different hosts that host the videos, but I think the one host is always involved with all of the videos to some extent, and it's very good. And that got me to thinking about whether or not there were Wisconsin mysteries, which I found a book about Wisconsin mysteries on Amazon. And so I want to read that to kind of springboard me into researching some Wisconsin mysteries. I know of a few already, being from Wisconsin. And I can't mention the name of the book because as I was doing that, that's why I did this video over. I mentioned the title, and then there was like this copyright thing that I was reading, and I'm like, oops, can't use this. So unless I have permission. So which, like I said, I'm going to read it. It'll springboard my own research. And of course I would mention this, I'll go through that. So there might be eventually someday, but that takes a lot of work. There might be either a new channel that I do, or probably what I'm thinking is it will be a playlist of videos, at least first, that I do on this channel, and that revolve around that type of unsolved mystery type case, because I've always been interested in that sort of thing. A little known fact is that when I was at the University of Wisconsin-Madison in my undergraduate days, I considered going into physical anthropology, thinking about maybe eventually forensic science, which was very new back, this is almost 40 years ago. So it is probably 40 years ago. But anyway, so as you can imagine, since that's a young science, this was something really cutting edge at the time. And I did have some courses in, like in my undergrad basic courses, we were talking about DNA. I had friends that were studying DNA in labs throughout their career because they did a more biological type of degree or biology degree, where that's not what I did. I ended up deciding that it was like, one day I had to go through and I saw a cadaver, and I knew that to pursue what I was doing, eventually I was going to have to dissect human cadavers. And it wasn't that it creeped me out. Sorry, I got a phone call just then, and I was talking about human cadavers not creeping me out. It wasn't that they didn't creep me out that made me not want to do a dissection of human cadavers. It was very interesting to see the muscle structure and so on of what I saw. But I was thinking of how I would have to actually physically do this to another human being, knowing it was someone's son or daughter, and that spiritualness. If you've watched any of my videos, you can tell that I have a strong spiritual connection, and that kind of disturbed me. I wasn't sure I could move forward with that, so I just wasn't. I was thinking about it still, but then I realized, what brought me joy. That was what I thought of, and then I decided that I had had experiences tutoring my mom's students when I was in high school, and middle school students through a tutoring program, and I realized that I really liked working with students, and I wanted to be a teacher. And so I started pursuing that, and things fell into place a little bit better for me, and I don't regret that. Unfortunately, my career ended earlier. In fact, I ended up being a reading specialist, reading teacher, and so I did a lot of tutoring, so it was kind of like all of that high school experience ended up being my career. But I was, more knowing what I was doing and not being told what to do. Although it started to get that way, where I was being told I had to do it a certain way and what to do. And so that's where I kind of locked heads, and I was not going to be rehired, and it was a political kind of thing. And is what I'm going to say, because people say that, but no, it really was a politics kind of thing. There was a different type of administrator coming in. She was expecting me to have the knowledge that she got from another district, sending her to special courses for 2 years to get that type of training, yet I was supposed to do that, and no one was really giving me that extensive training with really thinking I could succeed at it. It's a recipe for we want to get rid of you for whatever reason there was. So, which may have been monetary, because I had a master's degree, I had more credits coming in, I did want to go on and get a doctorate, and perhaps that had more to do with it than anything. I had enough years in that I could retire, and so I retired, and I was going to turn 55 the next school year, so I was able to retire and collect a small pension. I am not officially retired, so I don't get Social Security in that sense. So I can still work, I could still teach, I still have a license. In fact, I just have to do one little hoop and I have a lifetime license to teach. But I do not want to do that. Mainly after the things that I went through, I just would never put myself in that position to be going through that sort of scrutiny. And like I said, someday I do want to write a book about it because it's really too hard to explain in a video. But anyway, I do not regret being a teacher, but I'm enjoying making YouTube videos for different content like this. The plans of a content where I might actually study some unsolved cases and present them. Maybe in the future, but again, that takes research and writing before you do that. And I have other writing projects that I want to do that are more fiction oriented. So, which is what this channel is supposed to be about, but I have not, really gotten into that. I have a variety of other things that I do. And I also enjoy jewelry making, which you haven't seen everything that I do with that either. So I'm going to be making more videos on that, and hopefully in the future. Anyway, so with that, I'm going to close. I do want you to check out the Dark Matters. So do check out Cayleigh Elise's Dark Matters. I really recommend that. The West Virginia Mysteries is a good channel. Crime After Crime and Danielle Holland are all great channels to try if you like that sort of content, true crime type things. Until next time, this is Tammy from An Accidental Life. Don't forget to hit that like button and please do subscribe to my channel. And we'll see you soon for another chat.